Reading Philippine history is important to us because it helps us understand our identity as Filipinos. It teaches us about our country past and how it shaped our present. Knowing our history allows us to be proud of our accomplishment and learn from our mistakes. I have a lot of learning about reading Philippine history subject, like about Solomon's Gold, Sheba, Tarshish, especially Ophir. Reading Philippine history is very interesting subject. Hi everyone, I'm Shannon Okoji-Uwan Apostle Peter. I have so much learned about our Philippine history because of this Reading Philippine history subject. It's very amazing because our country is the biblical Ophir and the lost land of Ophir is Philippines. But not many of us know that one of the countries being theorized as mysterious land of Ophir is our own country is the Philippines. And now, let us prove more that our country is biblical Ophir based on my learnings and understandings of this subject. Many scientists, historians, archaeologists, and the other Bible scholars do not agree on one theory as the exact Ophir locations. According to biblical information, there is a seaport on the Red Sea known as Ezion Gabar that serves as the point of departures for ships that undertook voyages in search of Ophir and its gold during the ancient biblical days. As the debate regarding the locations of Ophir continues, more places are being speculated to be the lost land of Ophir. Among these places are some areas in Africa like Mozambique and African shore of Red Sea, and in Asia like India and the Philippines. Now the question is, what if the lost land of Ophir is really the Philippines? Biblical evidence that Ophir is the ancient Philippines. According to both authors, Tabilog and Dr. R. Narag, that Shems, the son of Noah, became the father of Ibar, Hebrew ascensors, which is the father of Peleg, the ascensors of Israel, and Joktan, the father of Ophir, and Sheba, which is the ascensors of Southeast Asian countries including Philippines. In Genesis 10:25-30, the two sons were born to Ibar. One was named Peleg because in his time the earth was divided. His brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Almodad, Shelep, Azarmavet, Jerah, Haduram, Uzal, Dekla, Ubal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havivala, and Jobab. All these were sons of Joktan. The region where they lived stretched from Mesha towards Separ in the eastern hill country. That is why Filipinos has Hebrew origin. Let us give more evidence from the start. Why did Noah bless Shem so much? That is why he gave the three most sacred places on earth, the Mount Sinai, the Zion, and Garden of Eden, as written in Jubilees. Dr. Narag, they using only the Bible with prayers and find Ophir, and here are they. That according to Antiques of Jews, Fabius Josephus in chapter 4, that Ibar is where the Hebrew originated, so the Philippines have a Hebrew origin. First, Arabians lived in Sipar. In Genesis 10:30, Sheba, Ophir, and Havilah, Ubal, and the sum of Joktan's sons went to Sipar, and their dwelling was from Mesha as thou goest unto Sipar, a mountain of the east. According to Dr. Narag, Sipar, which is written in Hebrew SPR because according to him, there is no vowels in Hebrew, and getting the meaning of this through hermeneutics. Sipar in hermeneutics, see with the root word spar means the place of body or origin. Also, Sipar means book, scribe, and numbering. In Genesis 10:30, Sipar is the eastern border of earth. This suggests that place in the eastern border of Shems are China, Philippines, Indonesia, and Japan. Using the locations, we can easily rule out all countries that do not fall on the eastern part of the world like India and Yemen. The word eastern derived from the Hebrew word Quedem, in which in Hebrew it means front of the rising sun. It also means that which is before aforetime. Front or east in front mouth of the east ancient time, aforetime ancient from of old, earliest time, anciently of old, beginning. So Sipar is the land where the sun rises, probably Japan or Philippines. Sipar is linked to Deuteronomy 33:15 with the choices given of the ancient mountain and the fruitfulness of the everlasting hills. So as the ancient mountains that is very rich in natural resources as inherited. According to Dr. Narag, Sipar is the old or the ancient mountain where the Noah lived before the flood as the word Quedem implies. He seems trying to convince us to believe the ancient Eden locations perhaps. With best thing as stated in Deuteronomy 30:15, which includes gold and all natural resources. Tabilog considers the Philippines as inferior as the ancient land of gold which is written in the Bible, while Dr. Naro considered the Philippines not only as of the biblical land of gold of fear, but he is pointing out to be the ancient habitat of ancient humanity. That is why King Solomon knew it before. Second, Ophir is rich in gold. The Bible says in 1 Kings 9:28, they sailed to Ophir and brought back 400 talents of gold which they delivered to King Solomon. So the gold used for the building of Temple Jerusalem is from Ophir. And they came to Ophir where they got 420 talents of gold and took it back to King Solomon. King Solomon built a fleet of ships to Ezion-Gabar to get gold from Ophir because the gold there is numerous and high grade, which is the best to be offered to house of YHWH. The question now, why they built fleet of ship as written in 1 Kings 9:26-27. Philippines become the number one site of gold during the ancient time according to Morga and Pigratfita rare in India and Japan. Third, Ophir is island or group of islands. King Solomon built a fleet of ships to Ezion-Gabar to get gold from Ophir because it is an island or group of island. King Solomon also built ships at Ezion-Gabar, which is the near Elat in Edom on the shore of the Red Sea. And Hiram sent his men sailor who knew to the sea to serve in the fleet with Solomon's men in the 1 King 9:26-27. The answer according to the Philippines is Ophir. Greatest Asian sacred secret decoded by Dr. Narag is that because Ophir is island in the eastern part of the world. As in written Psalm 72:10, may the kings of Tarshish and of distant shores bring tribute to him, may the kings of Sheba and Seba present him gifts. This is the Sheba, the brother of Ophir that lives in Sipar. The kings of Tarshish and of the islas shall bring presents, the kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. The Ophir has almug wood, the red sandalwood Nara. King Solomon sent to Hiram and king of Tyre, saying, Send me also cedar trees, fir trees, and algum trees out of the Lebanon. In 2 Chronicles 2:8. In 1 Kings 10:11 it is said that the navy of Hiram that brought gold from Ophir brought in front of Ophir great plenty of algum trees and precious stones. In the parallel passage in 2 Chronicles 9:10 it is said that algum trees and precious stones were brought. Almug or Nara is the copper wood or the wood of atonement, the wood used by Noah to build the ark. The liturgy in the word copper in Genesis 6:14 says, Makes yourself an ark of cypress wood, make rooms in it, and coat it with pitch inside and out. It is interchangeable in Hebrew with the letter K, making it copper, the wood of atonement. Like the word gamel, it came along to be camel. Nara is endemic in Philippines and the number one producer in East during the ancient time, but very rare in Japan. Ophir distance take 3 years round trip from Ezion-Gabar, and 3 times in a year did Solomon offer burnt offerings and peace offering upon the altar which he built unto the YHWH, and he burnt incense upon the altar that was before the YHWH, so he finished the house. In a round-trip travel, we will conclude that from Ezion-Gabar by using a boat 30 miles per day, this will took 3 years round trip, 6 months round trip to India, and 4 years round trip to Japan. So only Philippines fit the description. Lastly, appearance clothes are blue and purple. In Jeremiah 10:9, Pithon silver is brought from Tarshish and gold from Ophaz. They are the work of the craftsman and of the hands of the goldsmith. Their clothing is blues and purples. They are all the work of skilled men. So the ancient Filipinos loved to wear blue and purple. There's so many evidence in the Bible that our country is biblical Philippines, and I believe that the lost land of the fear is Philippines. Philippine history helped us better understand our country and where it came from. It also allows us to see how far we've come as a nation and the challenges we've faced along the way. Knowing our history can also inspire us to do better in the future and work towards a brighter future for all Filipinos. Our country has a rich history that is full of interesting events, people, and places. Learning about our past can help us better understand the present and make more informed decisions about the future. Philippine history also teaches us about the diversity of our cultures and how it has evolved over time. That's all, everyone. I hope you learned something. Once again, I'm Shani Enoch and have a blessed day ahead.